Hey everybody, this is Perch, and this is going to be one of those takes that I need to navigate kind of carefully. But basically, the headline here is that Wonder Man, a series that they're developing for Disney Plus, has cast Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as the lead actor in Wonder Man. And as you can see from the screen, you recognize this actor. Yahya has been in a couple series. The one that many comic fans probably remember is Watchmen. And he is a good actor. Zero doubt about that. He is, Abdul-Mateen is a really an excellent actor, has won, I think, an Emmy, has been awarded many times, and is extremely good at his job. There's zero there's zero doubt about that in my mind, at least. And yet, I hate this casting. And I want to explain why, because this isn't the typical, they've race swapped a character. They have. Wonder Man in the comics has historically been a, pasty white kind of dude who was a sort of brother. It gets kind of weird to the Vision. Anyway, but the main aspect over the years, if you get to a comic fan who's been collecting Marvel comics through the 70s, through the 80s, through the 90s, if you ask them, describe Wonder Man, the character, what you typically get is somebody who's kind of obsessed with celebrity, Hollywood star, somewhat flaky. Bendis did a brief turn where he became a pacifist, and in being a pacifist, he decided he needed to attack the Avengers. And then he was turned into ionic energy, and he kind of then became a spirit kind of person for a while. Anyway, basically, if you're going a little further back in history, it's not important. So Simon Williams, Wonder Man, the son of a kind of rival to Tony Stark, gets these powers. It includes super strength, some other things, but basically he parlays those powers and the celebrity of being a superhero into becoming a Hollywood star, and that is primarily how people know Wonder Man. During West Coast Avengers, I think they captured that fairly well. There was a whole bit where Simon Williams and the Beast would hang out, and they would have little adventures and everything, but it's invariably what they're going to do with this Disney Plus series is they will kind of capture that aspect of the hero, the idea of a hero who's also a superhero celebrity, who is a movie star, who has powers, and they're definitely going to go down that route. So what's the problem with casting? What's the problem with race swapping this character? Well, the problem is that Simon Williams as a character historically is a bit shallow. They, one of the things around him is that he was, interested in the Scarlet Witch, which made sense. He had similar brainwaves to Vision, and so there was this whole kind of not exactly love triangle, but this awkward kind of business with her. And this is a sign. First of all, they're going to do something very different. I don't think they're going to have this character share kind of brain matter, mind with Vision. We'll see. But more, are they going to, Simon Williams, Wonder Man, was a flawed superhero. And now at least that's how the character's been written, as a person who has a lot of faults. And the challenge here is, are they going to allow this character, this version of Wonder Man, to have those same faults, to be the same flawed superhero? One of the more interesting aspects to Simon Williams is that, he had to get over his narcissism. He became a superhero, but he was still kind of this flawed character. They did the whole bit where he turned heel for the pacifist angle that Bendis did. But he's one of the more troubled superheroes, I would say. He wasn't a true, just simple superhero. And by doing the race swap, and in particular by putting this actor in, who, as I've said, is brilliant. He is a brilliant actor. And it's not me just overdoing it because, you gotta, I have to say something nice about the race swap character. No. If you look at his work, Abdul-Mateen, he's been in a few different things. He is, I guess, Black Manta in Aquaman, and will be again in the new Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom movie coming out next year. And he was Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen, but he's done a number of other things. And he typically is just quite good, and he's a pretty experienced actor. He was in Black Mirror and absolutely loved the episode that he was in. He's been in a couple kind of more dramatic films. He's producing something alongside Michael B. Jordan. He's highly respected in this industry. I hope, and this is why I don't like the casting, is my feeling is that they're going to do something different with Wonder Man, and they're going to take away some of the most interesting aspects of this character because they want to have Abdul-Mateen in it. In many cases, Wonder Man, Simon Williams, was, I don't want to say irredeemable. He was a definitely flawed superhero. And one of the more interesting aspects of him is that he kept failing. And that's what we want to see here. And in this instance, you've got somebody who clearly has a lot of upside as an actor, who's very skilled. Are they willing to go down the same path of having this arrogant, slightly, are they willing to have this flawed character be Wonder Man? Now, one way they can make this work, to be fair, is that they have Abdul-Mateen play this, I don't know, like very arrogant, obsessed with a Hollywood celebrity, and they can make that work. But it's the flaw in Wonder Man is no matter how hard he tried, he kept slipping backward. And in this one, I feel like it's unlikely that they're going to go through with that. I think they are trying to figure out the cast of characters that portray the next phase of the Marvel Universe. And I think Abdul-Mateen is somebody that Disney likes, that they're definitely interested in investing in longer term. So it's going to be a different version of the character. And I like the kind of dynamic of a very flawed superhero that gave us Wonder Man. So that's why I dislike the character. Race swapping, again, I go back to a point I made, a couple weeks ago, which was why? Why is this necessary? There are a lot of black superheroes that exist in the Marvel Universe. And it's kind of weird that those characters get left on the sidelines and we continue to kind of, veer into, well, let's just change the race of this existing white character. Again, you could do anything you want. Of course, you're Disney or Marvel. You can do anything you want. But why not promote some of the characters you already have? You have several. For that matter, if you're eventually going to do something with the X-Men, it would be kind of cool. Make that Bishop series. Why not? Why not? I mean, it's in enough of a different timeline. You do a pretty interesting sci-fi thing with Bishop. Be pretty cool. You could do something with Captain Marvel. I recognize that the Monica Rambeau character is going to be in the Marvels movie, but you can do something there. You've got, hell, Blue Marvel is sitting there as a pretty interesting character, pretty fascinating backstory. You could do something there. There's a lot of characters. You can do really cool things. Here's this other crazy idea, and Marvel, I know this is nuts. Maybe you could not kill off Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger, and instead you can, you have a character you can do a few things with in some other movies rather than, murdering him on a regular. Like there's just seems like there's a lot of different avenues you can explore. And I think Wonder Man as a character is highly interesting as a flawed superhero. And so I'm hoping that storyline will make it onto the picture, but I fear it will not. So, who knows? One thing about Wonder Man, they are bringing Ben Kingsley, who was in Iron Man 3 and Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, that movie. Ben Kingsley is going to return as the actor / villain / hero. I don't know what he was in Shang-Chi, but we'll see him again in this Wonder Man show as well, which is likely to happen in late 2023 or 2024. But anyway, I would love to see the arrogant, flawed superhero Simon Williams. This casting makes me feel I'm not going to get it, but here's hoping. I also think what they did, who James Gunn, I think, did a little Easter egg where it was Nathan Fillion, who's going to be Simon Williams. So I think I would have rather seen that. But just for what it's worth, my best to Abdul-Mateen. He is an excellent actor. Look it up. I hope that we get something really powerful of it. But more importantly, I hope we go be brave and give us a slightly irredeemable. That's not exactly Wonder Man, but just flawed. Give us a flawed character. Do not give us a backstory where you're secretly rooting for this guy. Just give us the flawed character. It could be good, and we'll see how this works. Anyway, there you go. Let me know what you think of the casting and everything else. And thanks for listening.